It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the football team and the 49ers coming up next.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington football team and the San Francisco 49ers. Singletary going to get the handoff. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Love, they go play action now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago. And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you. Into a sea of defenders unintercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Love will try with his legs. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now a play fake. Lance. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
On play action. Love to throw. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. To throw now. Here's Love. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Working out of the gun. Love. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Love from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. Touchdown. Brian Edwards. with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
7 yards, the pickup there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance, he'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk,
his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Love now. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there for Washington.
Off the option, here's Gaskin.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
And it's caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
Now the ball comes loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Hands it off out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd long.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Love to pass. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Love finding Gaskin underneath. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Long. Buying time to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now...
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake, Love. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Singletary going to get the handoff. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Love looking to throw it. Complete. Richardson has it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepare the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. A handoff on the option to Singletary.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Love's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Love. They get this out wide to Gaskin.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing. Love.
Got his man complete over the middle.
It's Richardson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance.
And now here's another interception.
Desmond King picks it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
A try here for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing after the interception. Lance, he's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Pick six.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Singletary again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Love. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize here. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And they will not get the 2 points here, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And that will be the final snap of the ball.